These days,
we got a drink.
Oh yeah, cheers.
What are you
everyone.
drinking? You don't drink.
He doesn't.
I'm drinking
Cheers.
the most bubbleless Coke in the whole entire world.
Is it?
Flat. I'll call it flat black.
Our soda here is not the most recent.
It's not what you call soda.
Yeah.
Hey, but it went when I opened up the soda though.
It was trying to give you a heads up not to drink it.
It said, drink me.
I'm gonna crack open a ginger ale. Anyways, these days everyone glorifies serial killers, right? Killer this, oh, so cool, right?
Mainly you so far, I think.
Wait, like the thought of it or the actual serial?
They're sexy, they're fun, they're cool, they're hip.
Yeah.
Dude, there were girls talking about that one fucking guy on
Bundy.
Netflix. Yeah, Bundy's kind of hot.
And they had even Zac Efron play him because he's so hot.
Yeah.
How come they don't have there's no female serial killers going
Thank
after
you.
men?
There are, but we
No,
forgive
there's
them.
none.
No, they do. There is one, but Charlize Theron had to make herself ugly to play her. Remember Monster?
Oh, I didn't.
Maybe that's just we're not giving them equality. Like there should be equality.
No, there's none to be given. It's okay.
Really?
No, we're very stable.
Well, this motherfucker murdered.
Don't laugh.
He murdered more than 300 little girls, and he's still free to roam South America. How about that?
Shit.
Wait, what?
Let's
Fuck
put a
that
face
guy.
to this motherfucker.
Fuck that guy.
You see this
Oh,
motherfucker?
he looks like a fucking serial
He
killer,
looks
bro.
disgusting, eh? All right.
Why is he free? How is he free?
He's one of the most infamous serial killers in South America. His name is Pedro Alonso Lopez. And he murdered hundreds of victims in Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru during the 70s. And guess what? He's not locked up.
Why?
His alias is El Monstruo de los Andes. Andres.
That's
pretty good.
The
Monster.
monster of what?
Los Andes. The Andes.
The Andes?
El Monstruo de los Andes. El Monstruo de los Andes.
Getting more accurate every time.
Is that
It's really close.
Now imagine you're just walking down the street, it's late at night, and then you see him, and then you yell at him.
He looks like a guy.
Forget what I just said. Completely forget what do you do?
What did you ask me a what if?
No, I didn't do anything.
All I'm saying is he looks like a regular dude there that sells tires.
He looks like he could see two directions at once.
He looks, if they had to cast a movie on him, he looks like the guy from, the guy that got his eyes blown out from the mountain from Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, he does look like that cat.
yeah.
He looks the cat from Narcos.
Yeah, the guy from Narcos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He looks a bit like a Neanderthal. Okay.
Mandalorian guy.
Yeah.
Don't know his name.
Pedro.
No, we don't want to know. No, we don't want to know, though.
We don't want to know.
We know him for his accolades.
We gotta respect his acting. Yeah, he is those
Hidalgo.
characters.
Oh!
Wow.
Is it?
Pedro Hidalgo. I think it actually is.
We just told him.
So the sad shit here is he's killed around 300 girls between the age of 8 and 12.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
it's fucking nuts. So the thing is, all right, this is gonna spark some outrage. I don't like this motherfucker already. I'll murder the fuck out of him.
Fuck yeah, let's murder him.
I think he would murder the
was
fuck
that
out of you, bro.
No way, he's not a 12-year-old girl.
He has so much experience, though.
He's like, I have limits, dude. You're way
He's
over
like,
the
ew,
age.
you're too old.
I know, right?
He's like, I do like your feminine qualities.
Because I was literally gonna honey trap him. Like I was gonna wear a schoolgirl outfit, have a basket of flowers.
Shave your
Oh my
almost
god,
beard.
Joe. You would kill it.
Thank you. I'll walk around and I'll be like, oh, I'm just a. And most of his, targets were indigenous girls, right? So I'll be like, I'm just an Indian girl.
You're just gonna look like the nice peace guy.
You think so? I don't know. I think.
Of course, you look like a man, bro.
No, Asian guys make the best girls. Okay, so
I think you could pull it off too, especially because you do a lot of these things.
And then your hands are all cute. Go like this.
I got fucking cute hands.
Nice.
Don't go to jail, Joe. You have to give hand jobs.
He cries at night. That's what he says is he cries at night. I love it. That was insight right there.
Wait, so why is he not locked up?
Okay.
And what was the controversy that you said that you would get hate for?
No, that we're gonna get heated once he tells us.
Oh, we're gonna get heated.
yeah.
I thought we're gonna get like.
We're gonna outrage.
We're gonna get out.
Yeah.
So he finally got caught in 1980. So he's been doing this for like 10 years, just fucking doing this
That's
crazy
like once
shit.
a day.
A lot, right? So he tried. Well,
For 10 years, no, it doesn't make sense.
He binge kills, okay? He doesn't do it once a day.
So he tried to lure a 12-year-old girl away from a market in Ecuador, and he got caught, right? Because the merchant saw him at the marketplace doing all this thing and trying to, and it was days after the mass grave of 53 girls was uncovered. they fucking cornered him, and then the authorities arrested him, and he confessed to the murder of 300 girls, right?
Oh my god.
Here's the problem though. In Ecuador at the time, the maximum sentence, you can't stack on how many murders.
What?
Yes, the maximum sentence for murder was 16 years. So they didn't allow
murder is
consecutive
16?
sentences.
What?
I believe if you murder someone and they find you like completely guilty and it was like one of those crazy murders, it wasn't like an accident or whatever, it should be life.
It should be.
But during that time, they didn't have any law for that. So, you know, there was a time when people didn't know serial killers existed. So if it was basically he could get the maximum, and the maximum sentence at that time was 16 years, right? So for 300 murders, he only served 14 years because he was released for good behavior in 1994.
There hasn't always been serial killers? Like, this is
there
a
has-
news thing?
Well, it was a new thing that's kind of what the show Mindhunter is about.
There you go.
The 70s was when they started like
there's a
coining the
cast
term
of
serial
Because
killer,
it
right?
used to be like the hardcore religious people didn't even think that you should try to psychologically understand these murderers because they're
It's
so
the
fucked
devil.
up. Why would you try to understand the devil? Why would you want to understand murderous people or study them or anything?
Okay.
It seems like perverted to them, kind of.
Yeah.
So a lot of the current knowledge that we have about the mind of a serial killer came from like the past 30, 40
I mean, there
years.
weren't serial killers before that?
I'm sure there was.
like Jack the
The
Ripper.
general public didn't think of it like as having serial killers in a sense that we need to have laws that would put them behind bars longer.
I think it's sort of one of those things where
people didn't know.
and also they don't want to know, right? You don't want to think that all these murders are connected in some way, and it's kind of fucked
That's
up.
one of the things. So in Mindhunter, it's obviously a show that's scripted and everything, but there was a lot of truth to it and like actual events.
I thought it was a
Mindhunter.
documentary.
Yeah, they had,
Holy shit!
Wait, it wasn't based on true life events?
Are you kidding me?
yeah. But what they're trying to do is like, oh, there's like there's murders happening. Right?
Disappearing.
So watch, it's amazing.
It's great.
But what they started to find out was like, hey, if we could find out what's happening with these people, we can actually tie. And then they found out that one person is starting to commit the same crimes.
Over and over and over.
Yeah, it's not just different murderers happening, but they obviously look at patterns.
They had like
And
the
it was-
Zodiac killer and all that shit.
And it was considered controversial in the department to try to string together these murders because it's like, why are you so interested in the mind of a serial killer? Like,
Yeah.
it's
What
like-
time
Are
is
you
it
a
in?
serial killer? Is that kind of like what they're saying?
It's also like, why are you being sympathetic with them? They're just evil people. You shouldn't try to like understand why, or like why their parents did that. Like, oh, let me find out what's causing their harm.
Yes. There is nothing to understand about them because you can talk to a victim who goes, this person hurt my family. Why do you want to interview them for so long? Like that kind of shit.
Yeah. So that's why they weren't even talking to the people that were actually in jail for being caught for those things.
Fascinating shit.
Nuts, man. But so he was free in Ecuador for an hour before he was arrested again. So at 94, he got arrested immediately. But
94.
it was for illegal immigration because he's not. That's
the
not
year
his home
94.
country, right? So he got deported to Colombia. But in Colombia, thankfully, as soon as he got sent there, he was convicted of a 20-year-old murder, right? So he was declared insane, and he spent time in a mental asylum and all that. Then they declared him sane again.
What the
And
fuck?
released him in 98. So here's the thing. The current whereabouts of Mr. Lopez? Unknown.
Oh my god.
And Interpol has called for his arrest in a connection to a 2002 murder. So since 1998 to 2002, he's been fucking doing the
At
same
least one
thing.
confirmed murder.
So no one knows where this man is.
But maybe he got rehabilitated?
After 300, you think it like snapped?
Maybe that was
Like,
his
he's
goal.
had enough.
He was declared sane, right? Maybe they're like, we think he
No,
figured
he
it out.
wasn't though, because in 2002 he did it again.
Wait, no, I
Well,
mean,
he was.
the mental-
So Interpol says that he's connected to a murder in 2002, and they're looking for him. So they have suspicion.
But he was declared sane, I will say, in his defense.
True.
You're defending him?
Well, just in that one.
Who's the fucker that said he's fine?
That's what
Who
I'm
knows,
saying.
man? Like he could be the fucking smooth talker.
Well, I think in that case, in the same thing, good behavior, getting out of prison and being declared sane, there's no little girls around him for him to go crazy and kill.
True. So they need a.
So he's probably like,
little girl.
he's probably like, hey guys, this is keeping me from murdering people. I'm completely fine here. And they're like, oh, you're clear to go then. He's like, no, I just said I'm better here.
Yeah, keep me here.
And it's like, no, you seem good though.
This guy's so fucking nuts, he thought he was helping the girls go to heaven.
Oh my god, that's even worse because you can't stop him because he thinks he's right.
Did someone very religious clear him for sanity?
Maybe. They're like, actually, you are helping them go to heaven.
I'm sure he got abused too then growing up.
So his style was he would go around, pretend that he's a salesman, and he's like, he'd be lost, and he'll be like going through the village markets and shit, and then he would ask the little girls to help him get out of the area. And as they show him out of the way, he would grab them, rape them, and all that stuff, and kill them.
Wait, what was the raping part having to do with heaven?
I don't know, man. This guy's just fucking nuts. But that was his thing, and he was addicted to doing this repeatedly.
Apparently.
And as I don't know, what blows my mind is that someone that is this fucking crazy is not in life in prison or in the asylum. And then they let him release back into the streets.
Like you would think the people that were convicting him or the judge or whatever would be like, man, like at least I know someone that has a daughter and I could like put myself in that person's shoes and I'd be fucking devastated. Like how can I only give this person 14 or 16 years? Fuck, I don't get it. And at that point he had how many? 50 something, 60 bodies?
I think if you look at certain cases, especially now, obviously back then they had different laws and he got out. But there should be something, like, they should bring back executions, like, immediately.
That's what I'm saying.
But, like,
I want the torture one with the big wheel.
Yeah,
but with that, it's like making sure that those people are properly convicted and it's like serial killers. You can't just like, because then there's how many people that are in jail for life.
How do you know? That's why I'm against the death penalty.
Same.
Really?
Because there's
You guys
too
are
many
soft.
wrongful
It
convictions.
happens so much.
And it happens more than you would expect.
Okay, but if you're like, I did kill
But if
people.
he's saying like if it's 100%, like.
But it's too hard to make a law that says,
right.
oh, hey, he's 100%.
Wait, you guys are on the same team this time?
Checked it out. It's 100%. It's like, what on what standards, bro? Like that's why. Look, as much as it sucks, even a guy who killed 200 people
You're too
should get to
fair.
sit there and try to defend themselves for whatever the fuck
You're
reason.
too fair.
Batman or something. Can't kill people.
A school shooter or like someone, and they literally does it, that's the guy.
Yeah, but then how are you putting that in text is what I'm saying. You have to put that into text, into law, for someone else to convict them. You're not the one convicting
See,
them.
that's why a good dictator will solve all of this.
Yes.
Final say.
Only a good dictator, though. That's the only one I'll support.
Yep. Final say.
Are you gonna watch every trial? That's a lot of trials all day long.
He'd be a good dictator, though. That's what a good dictator would do.
He has a cell
Did you
phone.
know
He
that's
could
what
be
kings
zooming.
did? Viking kings. He was the court honcho guy. Like when they had
Court
problems.
honcho? Like the main head honcho?
And all it is either
And then they'll be like, "Hey, Your Honor, he stole my chickens and my wife." And he goes, "Okay, well, you guys go to one guy goes to Valhalla, one guy has to fucking fight till the death."
Is that your Viking accent? He stole my chicken!
No, that's Italian. I don't know how to.
He took it to my chickens. And he's got this big fucking helmet on, and he keeps sliding it on in front of his head. What'd you say right there, real quick? Hold on, this fucking helmet's so heavy.
I just picture a guy like he's like, this guy took my chickens, right? And then they kill him, and he's like, oh shit, never mind.
I found my chicken!
I can do magic.